when cyber hackers hit HWL Ebsworth, a massive national law firm, they didn't just sneak in. They took a massive 3.5 terabytes of sensitive data. Despite a huge ransom demand of about Australian dollars 7.1 million, HWL Ebsworth decided not to pay up. Instead, they tried to negotiate through the dark web, confirming that the hackers actually had the files. And while HWL Ebsworth refused to pay, you know what the hackers did? They started leaking little snippets of that information to make HWL Ebsworth more invested in complying. What happened though? HWL Ebsworth, they decided to go to the court to seek what's known as interim injunctions. That was to stop the spread of further information. But in this particular matter, one of the challenges was they didn't know the identity, who were the actual hackers, because it had been done on the dark web. So one of the legal requirements is if you're a party to a legal dispute, you have to know that a legal dispute is actually against you. You have to actually be properly identified and you have to be served with court papers. Because of the dark web, that wasn't possible. So despite a hostile response from the hackers, the court was satisfied that they had actually received the orders. Later on down the track, HWL Ebsworth were actually granted permanent injunctive orders, extending their restrictions, making them permanent to protect that stolen information from being spread. That also meant that third parties couldn't spread that information either. The court meticulously verified that the injunction was properly served based on the hacker's IP location. And the court took proper steps to define the defendants accurately in the circumstances, given the legal boundaries that were at play. There's some key takeaway points here. The first thing is, in a legal matter, understand the need for service. Court documents have to follow the legal process to formally be served upon other parties. Number two, you got to properly identify the parties in the legal dispute. In this particular case, when you had hackers, how are you ever going to properly identify them? You've got to take the right steps to properly know who the people are that are the parties and defendants to a legal proceeding. Number three, the principle of breach of confidence, data protection, and intellectual property. The court will intervene and they will take such drastic steps like making injunctive orders on an urgent basis to protect data leaks. Bottom line, guys, keep your IP and your data safe. But if you've ever been the subject of an IP data attack, know the court does have powers. Hope it helps. Enjoy your day.